a cold sweat, hot-headed believer. I threw my hands in the air, said, show me something. She said, if you dare, come a little closer. Round and around and around and around we go. Oh, now tell me now, tell me now, tell me now you know. Not really sure how to feel about it, just something in the way you move makes me feel like I can't live without you. Yeah, it takes me all the way. I want you to stay.
It's not much of a life you're living. It's not just something you take, it's given.
Round and around and around and around we go. Oh, now tell me now, tell me now, tell me now you know. Not really sure how to feel about it, just something in the way you move
Makes me feel like I can't live without you. It takes me all the way.
and I want you to stay. Ooh,
The reason I hold on.
ooh, 'cause I need this whole car. Funny, you're the broken one, but I'm the only one who needed saving. 'Cause when you never see the light, it's hard to know which one of us is caving. Not really sure how to feel about it, just something in the way you move. It makes me feel like I can't live without you. Yeah, it takes me all the way. And I want you to stay. I want you to stay.
Good morning, grasshoppers. It is time for us to think about our daily training. We only have about 10 minutes before this event begins. To check the volume here for a moment. Hopefully that's not too low. Let's see here. Where are we in the puzzle streak while we're waiting? Not bad, 35. Is this a simple fork? That's a good question. Seems too good to be true. So if knight takes c7, let's see, right now we're down the exchange. We have a knight for a rook. We have the safer king by a smidge. This knight is attacked twice, but defended once. Rook takes, queen takes knight check. Does not look good. d5 also looks good. With the idea that we'll have either queen to c3 check or queen to d4 check. Rarely is it a quiet move. Usually it's a capture or a check or a threat. For example, knight takes c7. Knight takes c7 looks almost too obvious because we'll have two pieces for the queen in this particular case.
It's not Kwadrashpatsky said.
Good morning, Chris. How you doing, bud? I'm glad you reminded me. I had a download going in the background. See how that was going. Well, let's see. Could it be a simple fork? I don't know if we extract it all. I honestly don't think we extracted all that previous download.
It's not Kwadrashpatsky said.
Good bit stressed, but not much to complain about the usual stuff.
It's not Kwadrashpatsky said.
How about you?
I'm only stressed because in theory today we're going to buy a car for my youngest so that she can go about town and in college for herself. She's always been very reliable and very thoughtful on the whole. It's hard to believe that it's not knight takes f7. I'm sorry, c7. And if we do play knight takes c7, and he does manage to save it, we also have pawn takes,
it's not
rook takes,
Kwadrashpatsky
knight to
said.
c6,
Oh yeah, I've heard you mention that a few times.
It's
rook
not
takes,
Kwadrashpatsky
knight
said.
takes, queen
I like
takes,
this
and we have
playlist.
nothing. Thanks, man. Alright, we're going for it. Now, rule number one when you're attempting to accomplish anything is not to get too fancy. How much work will it take to extract that knight? Or do we go this way? Then they get two pieces for our rook and we're down a bishop.
Ginka Yurokova said.
Fair enough.
Hello, John.
Ginka, good morning. How are you? Well, we survived the first one. Is it as simple as a checkmate in 2? Not really checkmate in 2, it's checkmate in 3. Checkmate in 3 moves. Check, check, after knight takes. King can't move. Can he move? The king moves to f8. We have queen to d6 check and knight to
Thank you. How are you?
h7 mate. The bishop to c4 check looks pretty forcing. I am very okay. Are you playing in any tournaments soon? Or are you occupied with school?
It's not
That was basically a removing the defender of
Did you
d5.
check our chess this morning, bloody batter?
I did not. I have not gotten into the habit of checking Reddit chess. You have a link? I'm afraid to ask if you have a link, honestly. We have 5 minutes before the event starts. Teams, not Master Chess Dojo, but Rapid and Classical. Four minutes to go.
It's not Kwadrashpatsky.
Said, no message off.
You don't want to share it with the team?
Yurokova.
Said, no, I have no tournaments, just playing online for fun.
When are we going to do some training? I would love to train you with the games of the best of the best. I can put you on here as a guest star, Ginka. You can try. I have about 4 different training types of sessions, depending on which one is right for you. And you're a strong player, so I think that you could probably easily try or sample all of them. And after we work together, you can easily use these training methods for yourself.
Said, https www.reddit.com our chess comments 10 srym0 jobava during the Air Things qualifiers ban all if the team wants it.
It's not Kwadrashpatsky.
Said, forgot I could share links in chat.
Ginka Yurokova.
Oh
Said,
no!
what about my English?
What about your English? Your typing is good. My English is terrible. I know this for a fact because I'm an American. Most Europeans, because of their conscientiousness and their level of expectation, hold themselves to a higher standard. We only have 10 at the moment.
It's not Kwadrashpatsky.
My God.
Said, non-English people always underrate their ability to speak English.
Yeah. Meanwhile, most English speakers think they know how to speak English until they don't. If you're not already in the weekend Rapid and Classical, whoops, I forgot something. You can find it right there in the middle. The Rapid and Classical weekends. Do I have time to solve this puzzle streak? I love the way it saves where we left off.
Said, my speaking is not okay really.
It's not Kwadrashpatsky.
Said, haha, I can speak Northern English as a stretch.
Instead of getting easier, I'm addicted to you. I feel like this has to be easier. Rook to a4. a5. What about queen to e7? queen to e7, bishop c5, bishop takes c5, knight takes c5, no good. So we have a queen to e7, rook takes b4, queen takes b4, bishop to c5, and does that really lead to an advantage? It does lead to a very serious threat on f6. The queen has no squares. It's starting to look like rook to b4. But meanwhile, we are playing a game. Wow, and Moto Participio's last 4 games, he has a performance rating of 2196. Is he propped up by opening knowledge? I guess we'll find out. Now, if they're going to hold the center, then we're going to attack the center. Now, I don't really know why I don't go for the Slav in most of these cases. I don't want to be without you. It's the hardest thing to
It's
tell.
not Kwadraszpacki.
Said, is that a new feature? Never seen the performance rating in brackets like that before. It's usually one or the other. No.
It's a race to not allow bishop g5, bishop takes f6. Now this doesn't mean that I'm not still threatened with mate, mind you.
Inuka Pevin.
Said, how to add 2,197 any new rapturing real rating.
Inuka Pevin.
How to add
Is it
2197.
extension?
It is an extension. Let's see if I can remember what it's called. I believe it's called Lee Chess Opponent Form.
Inuka Pevin.
Said, name,
Inuka
Lee
Pevin.
Chess Opponent Form.
link.
Hold the phone. Let's see if I can find it. I'm trying. I'm a clicking away. Start a game at leechess.org. Well, that didn't work.
Can you UPUT in chat?
It's not Kwadraszpacki.
I know, I'm trying.
Top of in 2009. Why are you speaking so slowly?
Inuka Pevin.
Said,
Let's see what we can do
it's
here for the
not
control panel.
Kwadraszpacki what?
Chat, voice.
It's not Kwadraszpacki.
Said, in a cop of in 2009, the chatbot reads your messages slower than everyone else's.
Preferred voice. Let's see if she speeds things up a little bit. That might be better. Bat General, we battle again. Bat General has a much better rating. I am 3 and 10 with Bat General.
Said, is it now okay?
Inuka Pevin.
Said, my speaking.
It's not
I wonder-
Kwadraszpacki.
Said,
Can you set specific voices to specific users, John?
I wish I could. I can actually change the pronunciation of the users' names separately from the speech, but preferred voice. Let's go with this fellow.
Inukapevin.
Said. It's not Quadraspassky how to change my speech.
Inukapevin.
Said. IK.
It's not Quadrashpatsky.
Said. Inakabavan 2009. I don't know, I think it's random lol.
It's not Quadrashpatsky.
Said. I just noticed yours was slower than mine.
Actually, it's sped up a little bit now. Ouch! Ouch, ouch, ouch. But what will be the case here? This check looks fatal. But how to get there from here? How to really get something out of this knight move? That looks pretty good. Still might have thrown in the check. Still might have thrown in the check. But there's a trouble brewing on this side of the board. Little simplification. Bishop to a6. Takes. The bishop covers.
Said. I am in trouble in game.
Is there any way in? Are you in trouble in your game?
Inukapevin.
Said. It's not Quadraspassky, I am too slow my speech.
I wish I could change the speed.
Said. Yes.
It's not Quadrashpatsky.
Said. Inakabavan 2009.
At least it doesn't read. Let's see if this fellow is faster. We need to find a culture that is faster. Gonna go far. Can I make them bigger? So we can watch these games? I need them all, so we have 4 games going.
Inukapevin.
That general is causing some problems.
Inukapevin.
Said. I am losing.
It's not
Queen takes.
Quadrashpatsky.
Said.
Queen e5 check.
Maybe randomizes the speech speed for different users so it is easier to differentiate other than that him out of ideas.
Inukapevin.
Said. LOL already lost.
The Spanish voice is not working for me. The French voice.
It's not Quadrashpatsky.
Said. Let me keep that Mexican voice.
It's not Quadrashpatsky.
Said. I like that lol.
Inukapevin.
Said. How much time to read this just for fun?
Read numbers and usernames. Got it. They have updated it.
Said. Sick of her already lol.
We're down to 2 games, so let's blow these 2 up. Down to 2 games. Sharior. It is great to have you in here. This is the way to become better. When I was 1100, I was playing with the Masters. Did not stop me.
Said. I like British voice.
Alright, we have 1 vote for the British voice. I have all the languages available for the most part.
British.
Our choice is...
Said. Inyakapivan you haven't heard mine yet.
Let's go with Italiano.
Said. ITS not quadra spatski what? It's not quadra spatski. Said.
IM Britishizza Jok lol.
We're down to 1. And Shariar is doing very, very well, considering.
Said. ITS not quadra spatski me to my language is Sinala. Inukapevin 2009.
From Sri Lanka.
Said. I am from Sri Lanka.
Do I have Sri Lanka? Let's take a look. I only have Indonesian, I think. We'll go with Indonesian. We'll split the difference.
It's not
so now at least the knight is no longer pinned.
It's not
Uh-oh. We no longer have a choice here.
Inukapevin 2009. Side.
Interference?
It's not quadra spatski. Sri Lanka is famous and historical place.
Ooh. This could be tricky.
It's not quadra spatski. Side.
Yep, cool flexo.
Good news is, because this rating is provisional.
One of the best.
Inukapevin 2009. Side. Sigiria Colombo Candy.
Let's look at it always from the white side. How about that?
It's not Kwadraszpacki. Side.
Where is...
It's not Kwadraszpacki. Side.
How you doing this weekend?
So now we can see that...
Side. Hello Quadra. Inukapevin 2009. Side. Inukapevin that correctly speak girl. Inukapevin 2009. Side. Focus.
What is this going to do to Archipelago's rating? Why is Shahryar taking so much time to find this move? And playing a terrible move at that. Maybe not. Maybe they really were not quite expecting what to do.
Inukapevin 2009. Side. Easy move.
No, it was not an easy move, interestingly enough. Shahryar.
Oh, her eyes make the stars look like they're not shining. Her hair falls perfectly without her trying. She's so beautiful, and I tell her every day. Yeah, I know, when I compliment
Focus.
her, she won't believe me. It's so sad to think that she don't see what
I don't have a focus.
Side. Namaste.
Usual. Basin.
When I see your
It's not Kwadraszpacki. Said.
Ujwal Basim, good afternoon, sir.
'Cause you're amazing, just the way you are. And when you smile, the whole world stops and stares for a while. 'Cause girl, you're
Utschwalbassen 09. Said.
just
Very good afternoon. It's not Kwadraszpacki.
Was it bad? Oh, sure, all the other stuff didn't get him to resign.
Afternoon, everyone.
let me. Her laugh, she hates but I
Nikodimonius. Said. Good morning, John.
Good morning. How are you, Nico?
Jack Sarkisian.
Jack Sarkisian. How are you, Jack? Good morning.
Inukap Heaven 2009. Said. Hey, Jack. Leben 666. Said. Hello. Inukap Heaven 2009.
I need a little more information about Jack besides being from
Jack
Australia.
Sarkisian. Said. Live. Inukap
Welcome,
Heaven 2009.
everyone.
Said. Right. Inukap Heaven 2009.
I am a FIDE trainer and a national master.
Jack
I'm a little slow in the mornings, obviously.
Jack Sarkisian. Said.
Our opponent's not having a good day here.
Enjoy stream. It's not Kwadraszpacki. Said.
Jack Sarkisian Markov, yeah, how doing?
Jack
Oh no.
Said.
I'm sorry to hear that.
Kwadraszpacki doing alarm masifnya tes renal. Jack Sarkisian. Said. Great through stream. It's not Kwadraszpacki. Said.
It upload.
Leben 666. Said. Kata tak skrip TPI importante pemeralan itu di keyboard cat pan HBHR excellence.
You promise learning. I say you do. No question.
Skiller Whale, thank you for the follow. We're going to avoid any trades. When you have a space advantage, like the Meroxy bind, it is usually best to avoid exchanges. Hence, I'm going to just hold back with my knight, control the pawn breaks by my opponent, as I have several helpers helping out. We're just going to continue in a very natural way. Our opponent is playing a hedgehog. Hedgehogs don't usually do very well with exchanges, but
Schillerwale. Thanks for following.
rook to b1, b4, b5. Usually they try to get some pressure on our c4 pawn. If they put their queen on c7, though, my rook may go to c1. Is bigger than you, and you are not me. Arms that I will go through. Oh no, I've said too much. I do need to find a way to coordinate this knight, since I took up the e3 square with my bishop. Often the e3 bishop goes to d2 and to c3, or after b3 it might go to b2. That may have been more prudent. Now, because my knight is pinned, he had to move b5 in that position. And he had to move b5, which is very awkward. But now we're guarded. Another reason why the bishop should be on d2. Let's go for the bishop pair. Or a fixed weakness on... maybe we'll go for a fixed weakness on d7. Am I losing a pawn out of this deal? I could be losing my e4 pawn. Whoa. My opponent did not take my e4 pawn, which is what I expected. We have all sorts of pressure on the dark squares. We also have things coming in on that side of the board as well. Should we go for the pawn? Are we really getting anything? Bishop f3? Yeah, we're getting his bishop pair at least. No matter what, we're getting his bishop pair. I thought that I heard you sing. You cry. So we have an extra pawn for a moment. Threatening another pawn. Then we'll have two outside connected pass pawns. That's me in the spotlight, losing my religion. Knight to c3 is a little bit of a pain. If I were to play a b2, my a2 pawn is weak though. He can skewer through. Do I want to stay up a pawn? That is the question. Is it worth my bishop pair to stay up a pawn? I feel it is. Just a dream, just a dream, dream. So now, for the moment of truth, rather than having our queen on a6, can we simplify? Simplify.
Cause you knew that I knew that I'd be at one. Oh, I know that dress is karma.
Queen to c2 was probably a better move, but rook to c8 could have been problematic.
And now I'm all upon you. What you expect? But you're not coming home with me tonight. You're just
So he's getting his pawn back on that side of the board no matter what. But how much time are we going to gain by attempting to trap this knight? Get a rook to the 7th rank?
You promised none. I say you
do.
No question.
Let's go in this direction. Since we have a white squared bishop, ruh-roh.
You just want attention. I knew from the start. You're just making sure I'm never getting over you. Oh, what are you doing to? What are you doing? Oh, what are you doing to me? What are you doing? Oh, oh, what are you doing to me? What are you doing? Oh.
We are going to stay up a pawn just briefly, by the way. So he has the skewer on the back rank.
And now I'm all up on you. What you expect? But you're not coming home with me tonight. You just want attention. You don't want my heart.
And we avoid the bishops of opposite colors.
You're just making sure I'm never getting over you, over you.
So I didn't really have a back rank mate because the he literally could have tried for this. But he has managed to achieve a little bit of pressure that I don't like.
I've got another confession to make. I'm your
Doesn't look like I'm going to win this game.
everyone's got the
Stop him from getting to the back to this rank anyway.
Were you born to resist? Don't be abused. Is someone getting the best, the best, the best, the best of you? Is someone getting the best, the best, the best?
Let's keep grabbing some space.
Are you gone and all?
We have an outside pass pawn.
I needed somewhere to hang my head.
And we do need our pawn moving.
You gave me something that I didn't have, but had no use.
The closer we get our pawn to the other side, the more pressure we're going to create with our outside pass pawn in order to win this game. Rook and bishop of opposite colors is sometimes known as the Walter Brown endgame, usually with a rook's pawn, with a bishop of opposite color from that square. So for example, if I had a dark square bishop and a rook's pawn, I believe that this is the way it should go.
And I'll refuse. Is someone getting the best, the best, the best, the best of you? Is someone getting the best, the best, the best, the best of you?
I'm offering my opponent a chance to trade.
Real, the pain you feel. You
Whoa,
trust, you must confess. Is someone
not what I was expecting.
the best, the best, the best of you? Whoa.
Just going to try to keep him locked out. And our rook will perhaps travel. To a square. That will be useful.
I've got another confession, my friend. I'm no fool. I'm getting tired of starting again, somewhere new. Were you born to resist?
Well,
Don't be abused. I swear I'll never give in, and I'll refuse.
I do want to trade rooks, by the way. The outside pass pawn. But first we have to trade bishops. The best of you. So he really only saw bishop to c7. He didn't see that he could win my pawns with bishop to e3, bishop takes, and bishop takes. That was going to create a serious problem. Alright. And now we have an outside passed pawn. Drive the king to the first rank. Protectovich. and then move in to take this pawn. First things first, let's get this pawn up. Oh no. Well, the good news is we're keeping our pawn. The bad news is we're going to have to win this game on the king side now. The power of the outside pass pawn has done its job in distracting all the black pieces to that side of the board. I feel like I might have missed a win, but obviously if I had a rook's pawn, I would have won this game with the threat of pushing the pawn. And we're in, folks. We're in. Who said that endgame was drawn? Oh, I was very lucky. I was very lucky my opponent wasn't slightly better in the rook endgames. More like a big game of chicken. Jack, how was your stream? Uh-oh. What happened to my stream audio? I haven't finished looking into the Spotify plugin. This is where someone like you nudging me to remind me to look into it helps. Thank you for following Don Fier. I didn't hear Don Fier, so.
I say you
And steer it well. Arcarco is going to beat me with a4. Is he trying to round out his approach? Let's see how much that knight has to offer on the other side of the board. We're going to play a normal King's Indian Classical with the knight on a6, perfectly acceptable. All right, so now I have to choose a plan that doesn't involve him bothering my queen in any way. We're going to go with the, what is the name of the opening called? The Krasenkov. The Krasenkov variation. Very simple solution here. Very similar to the Averbach, where I'm threatening g4, g5, g4, perhaps. Some variations. So now his bishop on e2 is bad. Am I getting anything on this? Queen takes. I don't have a weakened square there. His knight looks a little silly because it can only go to a6. Is this exchange variation any good for me? It looks like it could be. I'm not happy with my bishop, by the way.
It's not kwadrashpatski. Say it.
Football basin miss shot bro.
He's getting my e5 pawn. But remember, he's a move behind me now. Hello, hello.
Passen 09. Say it. Yeah, it's not kwadrashpatski. He was well deserved for a ban.
Let's see what we can do, folks. Now he's threatening e5, or is he? Is he threatening e5? Can I play b5?
It's not kwadrashpatski. Say it.
He had chatter but kicking terrace when they read down to seconds is sometimes fun.
It's not kwadrashpatski. Say it.
The bro day good morning mate.
I'm a little worried about b5. Because after e5, b takes c4, bishop takes a8. Seems awkward. Knight a5 also wins a pawn. Is e5 that much of a threat?
When you try your best but you don't succeed. When you get what you want but not what you need. When you feel so tired but you can't sleep. Stuck in a river.
And now for something completely different. Threatening. What? Now that he doesn't have knight e5. This was partly the plan. Is it better to have a knight on e4 at the end or a bishop on e4? That is the question. Let's imagine knight takes e4, bishop takes e4, rook takes e5, bishop h7 check. No good. No, 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 no good. Well, let's just imagine that he has to exchange something. He's going to have to exchange something. Whoops. He's got that, doesn't he? He's got just plain old and simple. A A plain old simple threat. My rooks, which I don't like. We're trying to keep his bishop at home. We do have to keep the pressure. Wait just a moment here. He's capturing, I'm capturing. This bishop is still very, 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 very weak. And he has rook to e8, does he? His rook to e8, followed by the other rook to e8. I don't have time to escape. Or do I have time to escape? His rook to a8, which is a little bit more worrying. And in both cases I defend. Well, that was interesting. Oh no! I miscalculated, folks. I definitely miscalculated. Well, that was kind of him. Indeed, it was kind of him. Relegated to passivity here. Let's rush in like a fool. Uh-oh. Don't want to self-mate myself. This does look fatal, I admit it. It looks a little fatal. Just a little fatal. I'm not stalemated? No! I hallucinated that I was stalemated. I forgot that he was there. We made an effort. We made an effort to draw that one. We made our effort to draw that one. Our cargo got away.
Roland 6.969.691. Zeit. Play. Roland 6.969.691.
I'm unfortunately playing viewers within the range of Igloo Kid. Thank you for following. I didn't see your sound alert, sir. In the middle of all of that. Oh. Igloo Kid followed on YouTube. Thank you for following on YouTube. It's time for the YouTube plug while we're at it. Did we get a shout out for Jack? We need another shout out for Jack. We're way overdue because of his extreme generosity in raiding us. I was going to raid him actually after this particular stream.
Uçwalpassen 09. Site. Let's go coming back on top on again. Take order. Site.
That was no bueno.
Yeah, that was a hallucination and a half. Let's go back and take a quick peek at what happened there. So my opponent, I just want to check my database. How many times have I played A4? I've only played A4 5 times. I need a couple more H4s. As far as those far outside pawns.
Take order. Site.
No stalemate for you. Exactly. Thanks, DG Road. Thank you for being here. Where do we have? I was just emphasizing that this tournament, so I'm just better in this position no matter what I do. Probably D4 is also good. D4 is even better with the space advantage. I hallucinated that I could win a pawn and I forgot about my E5 pawn in more than one way. So I can't capture on E4 because of queen takes D8 and knight takes E4, for example. Knight takes E5. So I can't go for E4 either for the same reason. And this is better for white because my pawn structure is going to be crippled. But I never really have any of these tricks in the King's Indian defense. So as it turns out, taking and taking, taking and taking, and this threw away my advantage. All I really needed to do was just keep up the pressure with a rook to D8. So I definitely threw away most of what I had here. And bishop to B3 straight away would have been better because it would have cut him off from returning to the proper square later. And I have A5, A4. That makes a lot of sense, with a little bit of a bind on the queen side. Possibly even C4, and bishop to C5. Instead, because I put my bishop on C2, I allowed him to return to the B4 square. I didn't have any funny business with B5. I should still try A5 according to Stockfish. But I attempted some counterplay and now I'm really toast. I'm skirting the edge of death. Yes, the original plan was knight to G4. The other plan was also C4 and bishop to C5. But I failed to realize that this bishop is hanging when I made my decision, so I'm in trouble. Sylvie. No stalemate for me.
Heading across town.
Where are you headed? Oh, shoots. That's right. I have to message Mr. Kai. My schedule's been rearranged since I'm going to be going for a car for Jessica. Jessica came in last night.
Take order. Side.
Avenues.
Yeah. I can't make it to the tournament. The first round is at 9, isn't it?
you never had love, and you want me to go without. Well, it's too late tonight to drag the past down into the light. We're one, but we're not the same. We get to carry each other, carry each other.
Play well, and the result will take care of itself. Yeah, I'm going car shopping today instead. All right, and we're off. No Swab, performing above his rating. We cannot take him lightly. In his last 4 games, he's definitely performing above his rating. How much above his rating, we're about to find out. In general, when you play a high-rated player, your performance goes up. If with the right mindset, you will be playing several hundred rating points above your rating. Yeah, I plan on going to Avenues immediately after this stream, and then taking care of a lesson in the afternoon. But I have to do car shopping instead. Sisters, brothers. Posture check. Thanks, man. I didn't see your posture check right away. Is he going to take my free pawn on e4? Oh no, my pawn. What is it about this variation that no one ever takes that free pawn? Posture check. You can never get enough posture checks, actually. The tricky part when you have 3 screens. Got one over here for chat, just in case this one is obscured. I have one over there. And of course we have our playing in the center. I do have to look this up. I have lost a piece there. Forgetting that knight e7 and knight b8 are not the same. I did it one time, some time back. Play the move queen a4, perhaps in a bullet game. That was my only excuse for moving fast then. And then after bishop d7, I just had to admit I didn't know what I was doing. If the knight were on e7, bishop to d7 would have fallen to me. Which is the line that I know best. I don't know knight to b8 as well as knight to e7. Whoops. We have a new coffee maker, so it is very robust, the coffee, all of a sudden. I think everyone should get a new coffee maker every now and then. All right, we're going to go for the instant target that he created. And I'm certain that this is a line. Chess Doctors, how are you?
We'll be lost in limbo till our brains turn to scrambled egg.
I stopped in earlier. Yeah, dude, yes. Hold on here. Let's get a quick shout out for Chess Doctors. I love the name, by the way. I have also given called a doctor, as I've often given my opponents checkups. I'm a big believer in giving checkups to my opponents just to see if they know what they're doing. Wow. Are we locking down on these squares and making his bishop truly horrible? I think we are. Our king will have to be safe in the center. I'm looking forward to some holes in his position. Luco, Pena. How was your stream, Chess Doctors? I'm John, by the way. I don't know if you would go by your first name in any respect. Where is he going with his knight? I don't want him to go anywhere too dangerous. It looks as though we might be exchanging some pieces. Thank you for the raid, by the way. Should we lock down on the F5 square now, since he didn't play F5 before? Looks like we should. I have had several students in the past playing the Sveshnikov. Before they play the Najdorf, I usually recommend the classical Sicilian for a basis and understanding in generic Sicilian structures. And I also recommend, absolutely recommend, the Sveshnikov in order to get used to fixing the e4 pawn as a weakness and maneuvering in those respects. So there's a little bit of prep work that comes from both of those Sicilians before you get to the Najdorf, and I believe you should play all of the Sicilians in this relative order. First, the accelerated dragon so that you can get comfortable with the fianchettoed bishop, not because you want to play the modern dragon. Well, where's he headed? Don't you know? Where is the queen headed? Do we really wish to exchange his bishop, or do we just want to keep limiting him? Let's just keep limiting him. I think that queen is very awkwardly placed. Why do we want to exchange off his undeveloped bishop that's keeping his rook out of the game? Don't you know? And now we have more opportunities for our queen, such as queen e2, bishop e3, queen d2, because we're no longer tied down to that pawn. Just putting the vice grips on our opponent's bishops. Placing our pawns on the color of his light squared bishop limits his light squared bishop, and fixing his pawns on the other color does exactly that. Does he have counterplay? He might. We're going to maintain the vice grips on this position. As much as I would love to get some tricky, cheesy move like bishop to b5 in, don't you know? Alright, so now his white squares seem very, very weak. We have bishop to be f5, queen moves, queen a4 check as well. Am I concerned about this? Do I want his pawn on a4? Is his bishop going to find a way in on this square? Just a tentative check up to see what he's up to. You know that you are a shooting star. Don't you know? Don't you know? And now, uh-oh, did I lose anything here? I did. This does not look good, folks. I lost a rook out of the deal. We're going to have to keep the queens on the board. Rook to e8 is no longer a threat. I am in big trouble. Bishop e4 could have been prudent, but there is no threat. Is he threatening bishop h3 check? Gegenspiel, anyone? He's threatening everything. Queen f3 check. He literally is threatening everything in this position. He's threatening queen e1 as well. Oh, queen takes e5 was such a lemon. I had all the time in the world to really consider what was going on there, and I did not consider it carefully. So what is he threatening? Queen d2 check? King moves. Rook e1. Bishop f1. He's threatening queen e3 check. Let's just see here. Threatening queen e2, king g1, rook e1, bishop f1, bishop d4 check, and I'm in trouble. I have no defenses. No defenses. All we can do is barnacle, folks. So now he has queen d2 again with all the same threats. Queen to g1 check, king to f3, rook to f3 mate. Only move. And he has that check as a discovery as well. Oh well, we might as well go out in a blaze of glory.
Take order. Sire. No bueno.
Whoa, he chose that way. But it's the same. He's literally taking everything I own, whether or not he takes my queen as well.
Take Rode. Side.
To rule my world. Lips to turn my kiss. It's a simple ladder made after King D7. This is the only move.
Take Rode. Side. Knock over Elray.
Act your age, not your shoe size.
It's not Kwadraszpacki. Side.
What's he waiting for?
Yes.
Take
1-2,
Rode.
1-2.
Side.
Can't believe I'm heading out in the cold weather phrase.
Take Rode. Side.
Michigan weather baby.
Who would have known that I was going to win this game, folks?
It's not Kwadraszpacki. Side.
Interesting.
Never give up, never surrender.
It's not Kwadraszpacki. Side.
Get those pounds running, John.
Take Rode. Side.
Google.
Never give up, never surrender. It was looking really bad in the fourth quarter, that's for sure. So rook takes d3 instead of rook takes h3 would have devastated me, taking my queen. My rook on h3 was a spectator.
Side.
He took my worst placed piece with his rook, and then I'm not sure if he really wanted to mate me or win the game.
It's not Kwadraszpacki. Side.
I forgot how to play chess toward the entere.
Aye, aye. It's also possible that he was nervous being on stream. That happens a lot. I did that when I was playing for AK Nemsko in a sub battle versus Gotham Chesses. And the pressure got to me because you had the stream in the background and I could hear their emotions. They weren't necessarily saying any moves. But I did hear Levy Rosman say,
Must have been ended.
this guy is a master. He can't play as a 1900, but masters are 1900 on chess.com, unfortunately. He can't play in that category. My opponent was good. It was a very close game all the way to the end.
It's not Kwadraszpacki. Side.
Lol, that gets me sometimes.
And I hope to die. Ah, Ginka. We've had many notable battles, and she's having a good day, playing above her rating right now at 2160. She has been a very strong master in the past. We're going to go for the traditional method, the Ju and Jun variation, aka the Li Chao variation. This is the Li Chao variation. Now, bishop e2. This is not the Li Chao variation, by the way. But it is interesting. I do have to keep up the threats. Must keep up the threats. Must keep up the threats. White is down a ruck. I am down a ruck. Oh no! This could be bad. This could be bad, folks. Yes, yes. Now I need to look back. I want to see. I'm not supposed to go after the pawn, honestly. C takes d4, c takes d4, bishop takes b1, rook takes b1, and e6. I think I could also play a5. Queen takes a2 is possible, but it looks bad. But I remember a lot of play. I analyzed a lot of play in this variation. Yeah, e6. Castles and bishop d6. So here we go. C takes d4, knight takes d4. I could play e6 right away, and then bishop to b4. But I still like this idea of putting the rook on b1. And I definitely analyzed queen takes a2 better. Bishop f4, just e6. But I wanted very much to put more pressure on my opponent. I have an extra pawn for my trouble, but white has the activity. Nice job, Ginka. I wish we could play the cranberries. You know what? I'll look for the cranberries.
Inka Yurukova. Science. You design really.
Yeah, that was unfortunate. A little bit more research into that. See if I can find it here. And we'll give this a shot. I resigned. Yes, I did. Oops. Sorry about that, folks. Let me find my music again. Hopefully that's not a serious. I'm going to save that tab. We're going to head in here, find that song again. Starting a new playlist. While I find it, let's play where is it?
Come up to meet you, tell you I'm sorry. You don't know how lovely you are. I had to find you, tell you I need you, tell you I said
Found it. We'll play it next. Uh-oh. It happened again. One moment, we'll be back. VPN region. Or are we back? Yeah, Badur should really think about not going on tilt. Six different neighboring countries in an hour. Yeah, I still don't know if it's possible that it's not an IP attack. I'm going back to the start. All right, let's look at our game with, were you here, Ginka, for the analysis? I think when we last left off, I mean, I'm down nearly a queen in this position. What am I to do? I was looking at bishop to d6, but I really have nothing going on here if you want to simplify with knight takes d6, rook takes d6, and I'm in big trouble still. You are not the 1600 that I played before, Ginka. I made a mistake. I can own up to it. Cheers. I do have more cranberries to come. We're testing these now. We're testing these covers. Giving all of them a shot. Whether or not we get them in or not, we'll know. We'll know in a minute. If we get a copyright strike on any of these, then we won't be able to add them, so we'll figure it out. It won't be such a serious copyright strike because they can see that I'm giving credit to the artist, and it is YouTube music for YouTube. The copyright that I usually infringe upon is YouTube. They're far more stringent.
Darkblade 512. Said.
Hello Imlate Agay.
You're late again. Whoops. Clicked on the wrong game by accident. All right, now what are we going to do? Our opponent's new, relatively new. Let's stick with the Peter's Fiddler opening repertoire.
We were good, we were gold, kind of dream that can't be sold. We were right till we weren't, built a home and watched it burn. I didn't want to leave you, I didn't want to lie, started to cry but then remembered I can buy myself
Darkblade 512. Said.
Ikinda wanna have a match but I'm saving for the VIP bag.
say things you don't understand. I can take myself dancing, and I can hold my own hand. Yeah, I can love me better than you can. Love me better, I can love me better, baby. Can love me better, Paint my nails cherry red, match the rose
Dark Blade 512. Side.
Also, what's with the new TTS?
We're up a pawn. Our opponent has finished the opening 2 moves before us. Oh no. I guess we simplified. I meant to take on f3 first. But we'll live with it. It's a beautiful life.
It's not Kwadrashpatsky. Side.
Imagine not giving a VIP to a mod get it together job.
Wait, not giving VIP to a mod? Which mod are we talking about? I actually had to un-VIP somebody to give a VIP the last time I gave a VIP, so you're in good company, regardless. Well, let's just capture, capture, and capture. Threaten to capture. What do I want to do with this person? Let's keep the dream alive, folks. Hide in front of his own pawn. The safer king usually wins, by the way. Turn your back on Mother Nature.
Alright, well, you're on your own, dark blade, don't want him taking my tip of me lol.
Posture check again, the boss man. To decide, help me make the most of freedom. Turn your last forever. Let's keep our dark squared bishop. Let's keep the dark squared bishop. Everybody wants to rule the world. Can I? So if he takes with the bishop, let's just park ourselves back here. All right, now the moment of truth. We're going this direction, by the way. So now, just have to make sure that I have something going on here. Threatening mate in 2. Threatening to win material. Oh, it's not mate in 2, unfortunately. It's just winning material. Just winning material, folks. So his rook is somewhat tied down to the second rank. I know you're coming. It says something to have everything on white squares. I do want him tied down to defense. Well, that wasn't what I was expecting at all. Call me.
Dark Blade 512. Sai. It's
Whoa.
Quadras pasti why would that happen lo?
I was expecting king to be 1. And then I was going to maintain the pin in that respect as well. Too many pawns. Back to tournament. Sorry there, friends who want Thai. First time we've ever played. I thought you played a pretty good game. All right, it's all led up to this moment. That general always has me. There is a cap on how many VIPs. We need to increase our follower count in order to get more VIPs. We're limited. Or we have to accomplish some more goals. So knight f6. Let's just go this way. not allowing any tactics. Does that make me crazy? That make me crazy. And why would it be yours? Well, I like the artist badge for Quadraspassky as well. It's not Quadraspassky. Let me not. I think you're crazy. I think you're crazy. I don't really want to allow anything too funny here. D5, knight G4, bishop G4, F4, F5. Let's go for it. Maybe I'm crazy. I could use a rook on C1 right now. I really could. So we got our rook to C1. Definitely need access to the G5 square, and we don't want him playing bishop H6 at any unfortunate or unusual moments. So, pawn takes, knight takes, pawn takes check. He's coming in, folks. It is true. I will be quite upset My knight is really a spectator over there, isn't he? Queen to g5. Always a threat. Yes. Well, my plan was to play that move. F5. F5. Bishop F3. Bishop takes. I don't like it. Does he have knight to c4? Am I overworked? On knight to c4? Knight to g4? All right, we have to really think here. We have to invest a little bit of time because he has always hornswallowed me in the past, regardless of how well I've been doing in these positions. Knight takes d3, queen takes d3, queen g5. Somewhat forced. I'm not as worried about bishop takes d5 in any vein, but it is a threat. And now I put my rook on the square where he can bother me. So how much play do we have? Queen a5 just loses a bishop. I'm not happy, folks. My original plan was bishop takes d5, bishop takes e5, but rook takes e5 is probably good. And rook to g5, knight to f3, oops, and I'm dead lost, folks, just like that, and I'm dead lost. Let's see what we had in that position prior to this. I'm worse here. I'm worse here. F5 is really, really crazy. Should have maintained my space advantage. You have to be supremely patient in these positions. Is he really threatening knight takes e4? Bishop takes g7? No, because I recapture with the knight. So h3 was a pretty reasonable move. Rook on a to e8. Queen to d2, queen to f2. That is the question. I was leaning toward queen f2, but I was a little bothered by the fact that he can discover upon my queen and remove the defender of my bishop at the same time. Bishop protected. Silly me. And just h3. No reason to give up on the tension in the position just yet. So h3, if knight takes c4. Bishop takes c4, queen takes c4.
It's not kwadraszpacki. Side.
Dark Blade Dunmoim just a little bazet mate.
Wow. That's my first thought, but unfortunately it's met by knight takes e4. And I'm overworked. I can't guard both of these. So on rook takes c4. But simply rook f2. Craziness.
It's not kwadraszpacki. Side.
PM tem tusuk tumari jasoy tat emot lol ben abusing itu deh.
I like the Z bean emote a little better. Z bean has a great emote in a very similar fashion. I don't have any favorite emotes? What? That is incorrect. I hadn't used the one from RHS. But all right, enough lamenting here.
It's not kwadraszpacki. Side.
Ahaha that's butuh.
And I know that Z-Bean is, the only difference between them is that Mari Chess plays on Lee Chess, and Z-Bean plays the majority of her games on... I know, what is up with Rogan? Oh, he had to take a little bit of a break because he was at his data limit.
It's not kwadraszpacki. Side.
He is also apartment hunting.
What's going on? Wait a minute, what is this? Oh, on the 31st.
Years and my life is still trying to get up there.
watch this game up close because it's getting very heated and very tense. And I need to send in a quick email to, where's my email? Uh-oh. Our music has shifted. Let's do that. And that's what's so quiet. White bishops playing well above, well, not quite. For one moment I read it as 1793 instead of 1973. Hold on here, just sending a really? All right, we haven't played a good Alekine's defense in a while. We're going with this old variation. This does create a little bit of a problem, I will admit. Wait a minute now. Something seems wrong with this picture. Knight to c8 is usually forced in that position. I used to play the Alekine. You can't play any natural moves. You cannot play any natural moves. I do want that remaining bishop. Am I worried about that? I don't know. We're going to give it back. We're giving back the pawn. The least I can do. Whoa. Totally unexpected. So now maybe we're not giving back the pawn. Maybe we're not giving back the pawn. And now where is he going? E3? Yes. So I was supposed to play Queen G3, perhaps? Do I throw in a checkup? Just a quick checkup to see what's going on? I am in trouble. They overlooked the fact that E3 was covered so many times. But the bishop pair and his outposted knight are at odds. That outposted knight is extremely dangerous. My passed pawn, perhaps not worth it. Mexico said, ooh, oh. Mm-hmm. So everything seems to be covered. What's not covered? Bishop takes.
Take time to realize that your warmth is crashing down.
Is he going to return the favor?
Take time to realize
Is he going to return the favor? That's a good question. I'm asking for it here, folks. I really am. I'm asking for it.
but I can't spell it out for you. You know it's never gonna be that simple. No, I can't spell it out for you. If you just realize what I just realized, then we'd be perfect for each other. We'd never find another. Just realize what I just realized. We never have to wonder if we
He did return the favor. Must keep taking advantage of pins, I tell you. Removing defenders, taking advantage of pins.
Take time to realize this all can pass you by. Didn't I tell you? But I can't spell it out for you. No, it's never
Nothing too fancy. I did think knight to g5 was a good attempt, though. Oof. Did I survive that, or what? Did I survive that, or what? We ended a little early, folks. Did we not have 9 rounds? Wow, we had all 9 rounds at 10:10. So it took exactly 2 hours.
if you meet me halfway, it could be that
I had no chance of getting to the top 10 with 3 losses. Who did I lose to? It surprised me. I lost to Bat General. Actually, none of my losses surprised me. Perhaps I could have played better against Ginka. I enjoy playing against the C3 Sicilians so much that I have like 5 or 6 different favorite lines. And one of the reasons why I frown upon the C3 Sicilian, he's also apartment hunting indeed. Yeah, he should be, because he has to get somewhere where there's a real Wi-Fi connection. And I'm looking forward to it. I was actually thinking about flying him to New York, but I don't know what he could do in New York. I don't have a basement anymore to put him up in. The guest room and everything else got flooded out days before Christmas. And what can you do?
If you know you were giving away loss again IDF join John.
Eva? I'm gonna try to end my stream. Can we discuss it off stream? Okay. Sounds good. Bye. Yes, I forgot about the window guys. The window guys are here.
It's not Kwadrashpatsky. Say it.
It is a bit pricey in New York, especially if you want unlimited Wi-Fi. But I mean, if I had a guest room to put him up, I would, but I don't. Very annoying. But what can you do? What can you do, everyone? Let's just see.
See you soon, sir. Take care and have a great day ahead.
Please stick around for the raid. We are going to raid one of my favorite streamers. I haven't raided it. Slade Wilson, namaste.
Slayusan.
No
Thanks
question.
for following. Putzwalpassen 09. Sai. Okidoki.
We will roll the ending credits. It will be lovely if all of you could join this raid. I would very much appreciate it. Please give the raid to the ever so lovely. Put him in the shed. I did think about putting a shed in the backyard. My wife put up a pergola instead, which seemed to last the test of time. I haven't looked for any flood marks on the shed. So, for the most part, let's just give Chess Informant 154 another shout out. Kingslayer Sloan, of course. And our very own Jack Sarkissian for the raid earlier. Thank you for following. I am FIDE trainer and National Master John MacArthur. Born in Denver, moved to the East Coast, Wales at some point around 1989. And I became a master in the December of 1989. I just needed
It's not Quadraspatski.
you too.
Say it. Have a nice weekend, mate.
You too, sir. You too. Cheers and ciao, everyone. Thank you very much.